Yo. How are you guys doing? Welcome to the stream. Yo, yo, yo. I just died, and I'm ever so slightly annoyed as of this very moment. You know? But otherwise, we're doing okay. We're straight chilling. You know what I mean? Yo, Amiru, do you have the link for the Axon cam?
Yeah, I'll put it on now. Give me a second.
Oh, you don't have to. It was just in case you wanted to. That'd be really cool if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I'm touching down to Foxtrot 1 right now.
Should be all good. Go, go, go!
Yep. Got it.
Hey, good shit.
There might be 2 more hostiles up here that you can knock out.
Nah, kill those guys, unless they respawn. Oh, I doubt it.
Copy that. Never mind. You know what's? You know why it annoyed? It extra much annoyed me here just before is because I already died twice to like the exact same thing, insta brainstem annihilation. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, exactly what I mean. It used to happen so much to me.
Let me see here. And then once again, my helmet and everything, it just took a massive fucking blast, dude. It's not even fun. Renounced, what's up, dude? Hey, man. Welcome.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Alright, what's next? Do you want to stick around and kill some more dudes once we get the chance to do so, or you want to just go somewhere else?
Might as well go, because they're going to take like half an hour to respawn.
Yeah, alright. Not necessarily. If we go away like 300 meters, I think it is, or something, they will respawn quite quick. But completely up to you.
Saying that, the rest of my missions are all like from 2200 to 500.
Yeah. 2200 to 500. Gotcha. We can't just RTB and I can fix up my gear before I get fucked up again. Even better, let's just switch servers. I think that might also be the move, actually.
Yeah, I'm down for that, actually.
Alright, let's RTB and switch servers then. And switch servers then, I mean. What's up, Renounced? How's your Carspective shit going? Any luck with your stuff so far? Like, what's the plan for it? I'm quite intrigued. Mostly because I almost want to argue that you probably took a lot of inspiration from my minted stuff. Like seeing you do all the chrome, or maybe it's just a generalized style. I guess it might be. But nevertheless, bro, it looks cool. I'm excited. And if you did take inspiration from me, I'm very flattered. Thank you. But yeah, man. Hope you're doing good. I haven't even gotten a chance to use my medics at all. Fort Nerith keys, yeah, whatever.
Now jump on the pole.
I'm completely out of breath now, so give me 1 sec.
I can hear that.
Look at us, bro. Ha! 2 peas in a pot.
How's it going?
Raven here. I'm moving out. ETA, 30 seconds.
She's here. Woo-hoo.
Landing, get in, go! Strap in, we're heading out.
Yeah. Gotcha. Oh, all right, Renan, sound good. Sound good. But like, what's the premise of everything? Like, what's the general idea? Just like talking cars, talking photography and stuff like that. I love this song.
Get ready, 1 minute. Approaching the LZ. 30 seconds.
What the fuck is this?
Oh! Oh!
And the I love it so much.
What the fuck, Bigsa, was that about?
Here we are. Welcome back to base.
So many fucking dudes here. Holy shit. Hello, all my friends. It's very quiet here, considering how many people there is. Oh well, what do I know?
Thanks again, guys. I appreciate it very much.
No problem. Where'd the buffer tube go? I just bought a buffer tube and it disappeared.
That's cool.
Mr. Vasua,
Yes, sir.
are we rotating service?
Let's do it. Jumping off. I wonder myself, this weekend going to test the scenes with guests and then set up the Video Ninja to share their cameras. General idea is to make a live podcast about how cars and media are close to each other hear the creative people from both worlds and make community be more known with each other. Since I got quite a lot of connections and a lot of people looking up to me and those other creators, they'd love to hear from live. Okay, gotcha. So you're going to be streaming it all live is what you're saying? Coolio. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Thank you, Big Man. 2 weeks until I go to the States. I'm excited. Orlando, Florida, here I come. You know what I'm saying? You too, Pookie. You're fucked. You are fucked in your head, Mr. Man. Ugh, dude.
Yep.
We gotta go for the entire day, again, right now.
No, we've only got to do the 7. And not even that, 6.
Oh, really? What time was it on the other server?
It was like, or 900.
Oh, I see. Alright, man. Alright. Oh, seems like Hunter's Paradise is completely right for the taking, so I ordered a chopper in our as our transport. 20 seconds. Here we go.
Copy that.
I'll be honest, your stuff inspired me a lot for layering the stuff and composing, since it does feel less minimalistic and informative enough. You'll see it. But it's most likely going to change over time. Like every 10 episodes, I'm going to change the color and scheme. Yeah.
Raven, wheels down and ready to load.
I don't know what it is, but people, it's cool that you admit it, you know, like, because people will not admit that normally. But I know I'm a big, I inspire people, and that, like. Even if I don't, like I know I've inspired a couple that's been honest with me, you know, and it means so much whenever they say that, because yeah, I try to be the guy that creates the graphics that inspire other people to create something along the same lines, right? Because yeah, I'm about that shit. He's just a tryhard, that's all? Goddamn right, I'm the tryest of the hardest. You made me quit because I understood how shit I was? Wait, what? What? What do you mean, compared to someone like you? Wait, what are we talking about, Biggs? Like streaming? It's always great to share such thoughts. When people tell me I inspire them to do something, I feel that I'm doing the right thing, yeah. I don't want to edit videos anymore or Photoshop or anything because of me. That sucks, dude. I'm sorry about that. You shouldn't compare with me. You should be inspired, if anything. Don't compare to me. That's not what I'm saying. That's horrible if that's I'm just going to be good at games. Yeah, there you go. Do that. I'm not good at games, clearly. I'm a degenerate gamer man. That's my personality. The mechanical demon? Okay, you made it very cringe very fast. Holy smokes.
We're getting close. 1 minute.
Wait, what? Pronounced? I can show you so much shit I did for Minted that's all chromed the fuck out. 1 sec. Let's see here. Minted. Even just these. You see what I mean? I love this one.
Get ready.
This one's really cool.
30 seconds.
And I've done other shit too. I've done so much shit. Is my camera lagging? Oh, I thought my camera was lagging. Also, my shit's off here. There we go.
Move out!
Oh, we're here. Yeah, fuck you, B. You're too good at this shit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's very common that these are very generalized styles, and they probably are, you know? That's what I mean. That we're not necessarily... Huh. I don't see anything ahead. Oh, I guess... Oh, there he is, yeah. Good shit. Good shot, dude. There you go. Phew.
Alright, 8 more. Should be easy.
Easy peasy. Stroll in the forest. Oh, shit. You got him?
Yeah, he's dead.
Copy that. Oh, Bixa, you're in the giveaway? Good shit. A couple good guys down there. You got one right down in front. Good shit. Good shit. He's out. Oh, shit. I'm hit by dudes over at the motel. Watch yourself.
Yeah, I'll go for them first then. I don't see this guy at all.
Yeah, let me find him. Suppressive fire. Oh, I got ice on. He's southwest.
Copy.
I got him. He's out. Reloading.
Copy.
My eye's so itchy right now. Oh. Whew.
Oh, so it's down in the motel thing. Never mind. Now they're all down. Alright, 2 more.
Let's not go that way. Yeah, shoot him. But then let's go this way instead, because we're surrounding ourselves with enemies if we go that way.
True, true.
I'll let you take points since you need the kills. Loading.
Alright, toss them.
Alright, weapons free. Copy that. You green?
I'm green.
Copy. What the fuck? I don't know how he took so many fucking shots.
I was so confused where we were getting shot from.
Yeah, they'll stand guard on the fucking range. I'm packing a mag or two.
Yeah, copy that. One's north, but I don't know if he's dead or not.
Copy. I'm advancing. What the fuck? I got audible somewhere southwest.
Warehouse is clear for now.
Copy. What the fuck?
Clear on me.
Copy. I think you got the guy I was shooting at. Oh. Yeah. Boom, boom, ba, bam. This type of shit I'm on, you wouldn't understand. Now it works. What the fuck? So weird. Alright, well, I guess we can just RTB and wait.
Yeah, I guess so.
Let's clear the rest out anyway, fuck it.
Yeah, might as well.
My shit's fucking glitching out so hard. He's right outside the gate, watch yourself.
I think that's all.
Copy. Ooh. Alright. Calling transport.
Copy that.
Raven, wheels up for Foxtrot.
3 minutes and 30. I refunded the game on launch because the game was so badly optimized. Yeah, it's way better now. Way better now.
That seems rather long. But can't complain.
You seen what?
It seems like a rather long wait for a single heli, but I can't complain.
Yeah, I feel you. Oh, sorry, Bixa. I don't have it running. But now I do. In a sec. Oh, now it's running. If you don't see songs in chat, like, I don't know if he died. I don't know if that guy died. Oh well.
Well, I guess we'll find out if he starts shooting us.
Did you just put fucking Adele on? The fuck? Oh, nice. Alright, good shit. I live the scam feature? Oh, you love the scam feature. No, I'll give you back. I'll give you points back. Fuck it. There you go, buddy. I took your other points, though. My game with the stream runs so much better today than it did yesterday, I think it was.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's so weird.
Just PCs really, isn't it?
Yeah. Hey, listen. Hey, what do you want? Huh? What do you want? You want something to drink? You want something to eat? What do you want? Come on. Wait, do you not hear me in game?
Yeah, I can.
Oh, you can? Okay, hey, you want something? What do you want, huh? Come on.
Yeah, where you coming? Where you
Hey, I got it all. What do you need? You want a little scoop of poop? Maybe a little piece of piss? Come on, I can give anything. What do you want?
Sounds good, you know.
Hey, a little piece of piss? Okay, 1 sec. Ah, there you go. That's for you. There you go. It's on the fucking
Thank you,
right there.
thank
You're
you, man.
welcome.
This is
Hey, what the
Raven
fuck?
arriving shortly
These
near
guys
your
ain't shit.
position.
Hey, oh! 5M server, dude. It's a dream that I wish I could just make come true, dude. And it was easy, but it's not. It requires so much fucking money. It requires so much fucking development. And, yeah. Fuck, dude. I really want to see that server happen. I swear, dude. I really want to see that server
I'm at the
happen.
LZ. Hurry up and get in.
Come on, get on the fucking chopper. Come on. Hey, I'm flying here.
Get ready. We're moving out.
But yeah, it's fucking sad, dude. I'm waiting for Daddy. Daddy? Yeah, that's a weird thing you're saying there, buddy. Wooting keyboard touching me? Wow. Unfortunate keyboard. But yeah, you've no idea how much I wish I could just flick a finger or some shit and just make that thing happen, dude. I fucking wish. Well, I don't have the money, dude. I wish I did. We need some Polaroids, dude.
I'll get on that shit, don't you worry.
I fucked it up. No. Ah, I fucked it up. Fuck my life, dude.
It's going on.
This fucking guy. Gorgeous. So pretty.
We're getting close.
I'll take it
30
now, but
seconds.
there's nothing I could do.
What's up?
I would have took one there, but there was nothing to take a picture of.
Oh, you're all good. Yeah, I feel you. Let's see what you got renounced.
Exfil completed. Good to have you back.
You want to know something?
What's up?
For completing that task. I got given no other tasks.
Yeah, it'll do that. I know that happens.
Yeah.
Yo, Gule, are you Danish?
Ja, vi har snakket sammen før.
What's up?
Vi har da snakket sammen før.
Nå, har vi det? Fuck, hvor langt ude. Hey, dude. Ha, lol.
Kan du ikke huske den der server-grotten?
Jo. Jeg er smuttet fra den.
Jamen, det hørte jeg godt.
Ja. Grineren. Nå, hey. Alright, so what's next?
Let me check.
Because it's going to last a while before we can actually, like, do the night stuff. Added this track that only cause the cinematic as fuck
It's
sample, to be
literally,
honest. Yeah.
Collect the UNLRA folder at Tiger Bear between 2200 and 500. And then find intel regarding the cult in Babapar at between 2200 and 500. That's it.
Yeah, okay. In that case, let's do a quick little tour to Fort Nerith, get some weapons in. What do you think?
Raven, wheels up for base camp.
Uh, 25 seconds.
Copy that.
Raven on station and ready to pick you up.
You good to go?
Yep.
Strap in, we're heading out. Get ready. 1 minute.
Hello.
Approaching the LZ. 30 seconds. Spread out.
Alright, let's get some shit done. Get some weapons in, make some fucking moolah, baby.
Yes, sir.
There's so many songs I gotta remove from this fucking playlist, bro, I swear to God. This one's cool, though. Yeah, I think we'll do this, and then should be about night. We can go do the other missions. Just one dead guy in there now. Let's just hit up the headquarters before we do anything else.
Yeah.
Just nuking a few guys before we make entry. Nope. Alright, we might be semi-discovered at this point.
Yeah. Hopefully they don't attack us though. Talk to soon.
Yeah. Just keep moving. Sounds like X, not gonna lie. It is X. What do you mean? The guy rapping right now? That's X. It's featuring X. You don't see that? He's out.
Copy that.
Oh my god, I went in with the fucking most horrible ammo I could go in with. Oh, I got nothing but FMJ on me. Damn it. Oh well, here we go.
That's all I've got as well.
Alright, well, here we go. Oh, somebody to our left somewhere.
He's down. Oh, double.
You had a dude right in front of you. Look at this shit. He was right there, bro. Look.
Nah, that's crazy.
And I knew. Alright, I'm ramping up here, checking it out. See what we got. We got somebody real close. Loading.
Copy.
Watch out, we got more dudes coming up.
Yeah, I'm loading as well. Three down.
Copy that, let's make infantry. What the fuck? Let's wait with looting until we cleared out the spot.
Yeah.
Loading.
Yeah, I'm loading.
Alright, green, moving.
Copy. I'm loading.
Copy. I got you.
Alright, I'm green.
Copy, moving. It's clear in here. Clear?
That guy didn't die. Damn.
Alright, we're good. Clear in here.
Yep.
Checking the cafeteria. Somebody right here.
You good?
I'm green. Loading. Alright, cafeteria's almost good to go. Yep, one more out. Loading.
Copy. Dead. One.
I'm being shot at from somewhere north. We can ignore that unless they're gonna start investigating this area. But for now, let's just keep moving upstairs. Fuck, dude. Okay, I'm turning yellow on ammo, loose ammo, but I'm really good on mags, and I got 4 spare. So let's keep moving. I'm on the staircase.
Yellow.
All right, moving up.
Copy.
All right. Yep, seems clear. Let's fuck these guys up. Good shit. Make an entry. It's clear in here.
Yep.
Whew. Stressful.
This guy's annoying as fuck.
If you open, I shoot. 3, 2, 1.
Copy.
Both out.
Yep.
Shit. I'm out. Light bleed. He's good. He's about to. Yeah, get him, get him, get him.
Nah, I'm close. Damn, FMJ is so bad.
Jesus Christ. That was horrific. What the fuck was that about? Huh. Oh my god. Fucking Mara!
Holy shit, I'm medium bleed and lungs.
Come in here to me. Close the door behind you. Wait, where's your? Yo, stay where you are. I'm coming to you.
Yeah.
I gotta light bleed myself, so but I'll do your surgery. 1 sec.
No, it's alright, I should be good, don't worry about it.
I'm at you now. I'm doing surgery. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, what? No. What the fuck was all that? That's some bullshit, dude. Performing surgery.
Copy that.
That was weird. You need any blood?
No, I'm good, I'm just in a 5
Alright. Let's do this.
I'm on check.
What the fuck? Killed one guy while outside. I'm headed further up.
Copy that.
Got one more guy dead up here. Fucker. Almost got shotgun to the fucking face.
That would have been amazing.
Like a bitch. You fuck like a bitch. Why are you reloading? I didn't even hit the reload button. What the fuck? It's clear up here.
Alright, copy that.
Fucking shitballs, dude. You just started reloading. Is this what you need? I can help with this. What time is it?
To 200.
Yeah, we can start heading home. Especially considering I barely have any loose ammo left. I'm going through this shit so fucking quick. So I'm not taking any chances. I'll take both of those. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, I'm good to return to base.
Yeah,
Where are they? Where are those guys shooting you from? What the hell?
I don't know.
All right, I'm yellow on loose. Well, red on loose. Green on mags.
Yeah, same for me.
Shiesties.
Wait, there's another guy here. I've just seen him drop bodies.
Oh shit. Copy that. God damn. Is this even worth it? No.
Ah, see me southwest on the road.
Okay, copy that. Oh, that couldn't be better. Whew. I'm at where we made entrance to start with.
Yeah.
How are you doing on loot?
I'm doing alright.
I can open this up over here for you, in case there's some good stuff in there.
Yeah, sounds good.
I don't move fast at the moment though, cause I am fucking fat as a pig.
Yeah.
There you go. Hope there's anything worthwhile in there. Don't know where he is. Or him. Don't know where either of them are.
Yeah, neither.
Got one. Got two. Loading.
Copy.
Shit, that's all I got.
Yeah, it was definitely worth it. There was two M2 rigs.
Oh, for real? Good shit, dude. Did you get both of them?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. It's RTB.
I have no idea where that guy's at.
Trying to locate him? Well, he's too far away anyway. Let's keep moving. Fuck it. The guy can't get a clear shot on us. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Mission complete. Loot acquired. Oh, just proceed through the hole. Well, I guess it doesn't matter, but I went through the hole.
want to... Oh, wait, I was going to say I can carry it, but I can't.
You're all good.
Raven dispatched. Moving to Delta 1.
Oh, why does it say 3 minutes? That's crazy.
At least it doesn't say 10 minutes.
True. True. That's true. Why is my head hurting so much? Make sure your rear is cleared.
Yeah, clear.
Copy. Oh. Love this music. I want to do a car cinematic with this fucking song blaring, dude. I think I'm gonna make a cinematic with my E92 with this song, Angel Eyes, dude. Woo! All things considered, that was a overly successful mission right now. What the fuck?
Yeah, it definitely was. No deaths, so that was a good thing.
Raven reporting. I'm on my way. ETA, 1 minute.
I'm gonna fucking I gotta let go of a bit of clothing of mine because I'm feeling rather hot. I'll be right, B.
Generous.
Raven here. I'm moving out. ETA, 30 seconds. I'm here. Move it. Go.
Let's go.
After that, I'm on.
Ready up. We're taking off. We're getting close. 1 minute. Get ready. 30 seconds.
Perfect timing too. Can you believe it? Fuck yeah, dude.
Absolutely spot on.
What do we got? We're going Tiger Bay, correct?
Tiger Bay or Vampire, literally next to each other, so it doesn't really matter.
All right, let's do this. I'm good to go if you are.
I should be. Actually, I need to replenish food and water.
You bringing night vision?
Yeah.
All right, good shit. Me too. Game looks crazy right here. Look at this. Can we get a Polaroid of this? Wait. I needed a Polaroid of this right now. Yo, you good for a Polaroid real fast?
Yeah, man.
Oh. No, I mean, like, if you can take a Polaroid. Fob night. That's gas, dude. Hell yeah. That was really cool.
Yeah, let's go.
Alright. Should we make a move?
Yeah, man. You want to call it? You probably got closer.
Raven dispatched. Moving
Let's
to
do India
base
too.
camp.
Oh, fuck.
Raven here. Ready to head out.
Let's do it. This is us.
Yes, sir.
10 seconds. Get ready. We're moving out.
Fuck yeah, dude. Night mission. Here we go.
Approaching the LZ. 1 minute. Getting
I
close.
love these intermissions.
30 seconds.
Blaring music. Getting myself amped up for the mission and shit. Then immediately switch to combat mode the second I hit the ground. It's a good feeling. All right, here we go.
Go, go, go!
Let's get this shit going.
You want Bangpa first, or are we going Tiger Bay first? What do you want?
I've got to do the cult mission, so whatever the fuck that is.
The what mission?
Find evidence of the cult.
Oh, where you like run around and check out the murals and shit?
No, we did that one. That's the first vampire mission you get.
And then I don't know what the other mission is.
I'll check it. Give me a second.
I don't remember it. But if you know where the Tiger Bay shit is, we can just immediately go do that if you want to.
It's upstairs in the elder house.
Oh. Okay, wait. I think is it like a little book you gotta go get?
Yeah.
All right, I know what to do. I'm running towards Bangpa right now.
Alright.
Oh, what the fuck? It's crawling down here. I got two guys straight in front of me. Shit.
Oh, damn, yeah.
What the fuck? Manly, what's up, brother? What's up, Papi? Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Brother, welcome on in. I got audible left.
Okay.
He's out. Fucking hell. He almost got me too. Holy shit, that was you. Oh my god. Welcome on it. Welcome on
that
it.
wasn't me.
Yo. Welcome on it. Audible somewhere north as well.
One down.
Yeah, you just saved my life. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Just a casualty in MSS.
Mm-hmm. Goddamn right. Do, 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 do.
I have audible, but I have no idea where he is.
Yeah, he's in there.
I think he's dead.
She be welcoming on it till I'm in, right? Oh fuck, it's all over the place, dude. You good?
Yeah, we've got them all now. Yeah, I'm good. Never mind.
Alright, making my way towards you. Just retreat. Back where we came from. I'm moving backwards. I'm with you. What do you need? You need
Yeah.
something?
Nah, I'm good. I've just got a light bleed.
Copy. Don't know if we got him. I'm loading.
I think we did. But copy that.
Holy shit balls. Manly, when are we playing this, dude? We're both out. Loading.
Copy.
One round.
Loading.
For real, dude. Woo-hoo-hoo! Manly, I hope this interests you to a point where you might make a video on it. But if it doesn't, that's okay too, you know? We can't all be, Holy smokes. Yeah, he almost killed me as well.
Yeah, you tried to kill me so many times.
Fuck, I actually don't have this fucking key. There's no way.
It's up here. Alright, talk's done.
Well, since we're here, we might as well go loot the cool places. So let's go do it.
Might as well.
Pow, 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 pow.
I think there's another PMC here.
This one guy down. Well, then we gotta hurry. Get the cool loot.
Damn right.
Damn straight. Fuck right, mate. Yeah, fucking hell. Fucking right, mate. Oh, little fucking grenade. Fucking like that.
This motherfucker had a whole ass laptop.
That's fucking cool. Whoops. No, I'm fucking with you.
Take it.
Which one would you rather want? The MP5 or the sniper?
I'll literally never use them, so it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah. I'm probably just gonna fucking, what's it called? Sell both of them anyway. Alright, good stuff. Bum, 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 bum. Hey B, is there a way I can ask you for help with OBS?
There's a light over there, but I can't see the...
Nah, you can just ignore it. We're not going in that direction. I'm running yellow on my loose ammo anyway, so we can just start heading towards Tiger Bay.
Yeah, sir.
I want to run like animation of logos appearing from time to time on screen nicely, but I have literally zero idea how to do it. How to do it to make it look smooth. I can give you a couple of YouTubers you can go check out. But usually I charge for my help, man. Oh my god. Dude, I have 2 keys for you from here.
I've got every key.
What? Wait, even the Elder House shit?
Yeah, Womble gave me them all.
Oh, how nice. Never mind then.
Oh, wait, actually, I don't think I have Elder.
Yeah, neither do I. Neither do I, mate. Yo, Manly, how's your life, dude?
Elder has always been a pain to get, but you can jump in the window anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Is your life lifing, dude? But if you just want, like, are you talking like fade in, fade outs of images? I'm gonna kill my lights, by the way. Because if it's just like fade in, fade outs of images, you could do a dia show. There's, if you right click in your sources and you hit add, there should be like a dia show type thing you can do if you have the most recent version of, what's it called? OBS. It's so nice that you can like, you know, that you can literally use your laser to like point things out. Because I can go, there's somebody in this direction and you'd know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. I love that you can do that in IR.
Especially with MVGs, yeah.
Sensor Wick. Oi, mate. That'd be sweet to watch some vids. Yeah, that's already a great help. This way I can learn something myself. Because most of the tutorials I watched are some stuff for 5-year-old kids. Yeah. By the way, there's usually like 2 fucking hostiles hiding somewhere here, so watch yourself.
Copy that.
By the way, I don't know if you noticed, but your laser also functions as a light source. You just got to be pointing at what you want to light up, in case you didn't notice.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that, so actually.
That way you can like put light in very specific areas. It's pretty nice. Yeah, so there is Andy Lippy. Andilippi, I think is his name. And then Nutty. Nutty. Both are oh, shit. I'm getting major fucking... Oh, one guy right here. Yep, you're pointing right at him. That dude right there. Good shot, dude. Fuck yeah.
That's what I like to see. Nice shot.
I don't know if he's actually dead.
Yeah, I've seen him fall.
Copy that. Oh. One more out.
Nice.
Fuck, that dude didn't die. They're on alert. Watch yourself. Loading.
Copy.
I'm checking the container. Oh, what the fuck? What?
What, are you down?
No. I'm good. I'm just wondering what the fuck I'm doing here. What the fuck? Did I bring out the wrong Oh, I did. I got the wrong set of keys with me for Tiger Bay. Fuck my life, dude.
I've got mine, don't worry.
Even for the container? Holy shit.
Never mind, not that one.
Oh, whoops.
Oh, but that one probably.
Alright, let's keep moving. We can pretty much ignore this spot. With none of us having the keys that we need, then fuck it all, dude. Let's just go do your mission and head home.
Yeah.
Oh, I got some major fucking frame stutter right now.
This is my first time coming to TB since 0.7.
Somebody's right here. He's out.
Nice.
Yo, Wick, I really appreciate your follow, dude. Where'd you go? Come back. I'd love to talk with you, brother. What the fuck? Can I even sell this for anything? Oh, he was right there, man. Holy schmo. Oh, shit. He's dead. Oh, he's just standing there. Oh, he fell down. Dude, that looked so cool. What the fuck?
Reflex.
One guy's down in here.
Nice. Shit's cut to me, I have no idea what my tasks are. I fully forgot.
Well, so what's it called?
UNLRA.
Just UNLRA?
Yep.
UNLRA. Who? Oh, I found it. Yeah, okay.
Wait, they're not even in Tiger Bay.
No, it says here, retrieve intel from one of the UNLRA checkpoints around Tiger Bay and bring it a handshake. Oh, fuck, dude. You gotta read up on these before we go, so we don't fuck up.
I'm just going off memory, to be honest with you.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. Because I don't know shit. I was pretty much hand-fed all these. Thank you. We'll have a look now. If possible, may I have...
Well then, I guess let's retreat over to, like,
Hey, Milky.
there.
What? You think that's it? Fucking hell, let's go.
Based on what I'm looking at on the GZW attack map.
Alright, gotcha. You got moves to make. Holy sweet baby Jesus.
It was great when this mission didn't exist.
Right. Aw, dude, what? You keep pushing your shit too hard, bro. I swear to God. But yeah, that sucks, dude. I'm sorry, man. I fixed it and ripped it too good, yeah. Now I have no gears. Oh, shit. Whoop-de-fucking-do, huh? We'll have a look now. Also, if possible, may I have one of your logos so I can run it with others? Like, this way I can say thanks for the inspiration and maybe attract more people to your content? No thanks. I think it's mostly because I like to, grow organically.
One more thing. Yep.
He's out. One's out. One's out.
Nice.
More audibles. Northwest. Fuck. I don't have a visual.
Neither.
We can move through here if you want to.
Yeah.
Got one more.
Okay.
That shot was crazy. Whoa. Major lag right now. Fucking sure. Whatever. Now I have two of those, I guess. Sure do.
I think that's them all now.
Yeah, let's keep moving then. I'm gonna jump the wall here if I can. I know there's a patrol out here, so you should probably kill your lights.
Yeah, I think I see it northwest.
Copy. Oh, that's it. Let's sneak up real good. I only have eyes on one guy.
Yeah, me.
Alright, take him out.
Down.
Good shit. Just finding useless keys left and right. Yeah, no, Renounce, you're all good. You are all good, dog. Oh shit, it's so dark out here, dude. Holy fuck.
I know, I just took my MVGs off it. Pitch black.
I love that shit, it's so cool. But if you turn off your laser, but on the IR illuminator, it lights up so fucking cool, dude.
Let's tell me about it.
We still got such a long way to go. What the fuck? Oh, music.
200 meters, we should be fine.
Yeah, you're not wrong. What's another 300 to 24k? Wait, what the fuck? To the 24k? What the fuck? What do you mean 300 to the 24k? What does that mean?
don't see any hostiles, but keep an eye out.
Copy that. I moved to the left side. Moving closer.
Copy.
Yeah, it seems very clear. I think you're right. Nobody here. Which is weird, because there usually is. What the fuck?
Yeah, seems clear to me.
Alright, I'll hold security while you check your thing. Let me guess, it ain't here.
I don't know, it says retrieve the intel, but where the fuck is the intel? Oh, I think I found the intel. I'll lie, I didn't.
Fuck, dude. You sure it's UNLRA?
Yeah, I'm sure. But there's 3 locations, but it says go to one of them.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, we gotta check the 2 others. Let's go. Oh, we're busy now, dude. Fuck my life. Like, double time busy. Just follow me. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yep.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. Let's go. Fuck. Damn it. Today is the walking simulator. Yep. Oh, you mean Greystone walking simulator guy? Mm-hmm. That's it.
Request denied. All available birds are in flight.
You must be kidding me. I'm calling a bird for Juliet too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you want to do that?
Ah, come on.
Exfil confirmed. Raven arriving shortly near your position.
Did you get one
ETA,
too?
1 minute.
Wait, what?
Did you order one as well?
No, I've been sat on my phone.
Oh, thank God. Wait, what? I wonder if we're saving any time on this. Honestly, I doubt if we save any time
Raven
on
here.
this.
I'm moving out. ETA 30 seconds.
What was that, sorry?
I doubt if we save any time, but maybe maybe we do. I don't know.
No, I think we got it in us.
Trevor Lance over here, by the way.
Yep.
Get in, go! Strap in, we're heading out. Get ready. 30 seconds.
Should be a couple of hostiles over in this checkpoint.
Copy that.
Move out!
Move out! It's true. Fuck. I don't see anything.
Keep an eye on enemies.
I had one guy right there. I think that's it. I don't think there's anybody else here. Yeah, no, nothing else.
Well, that is good stuff.
Roger, Raven is in the air and heading
Hold
to
another
Juliet
chopper for the next
2.
spot we gotta go to. Should be on one of the tables or the board or something. What about out here?
Nope, nothing.
Yeah, we're good then. Let's keep moving.
God, this is a pain of a task.
Yeah, it sucks because it's so spread out.
This is Raven arriving shortly near your position. ETA 30 seconds. I'm at the LZ. Hurry up and get in. Ready up. We're taking off.
Thank God we're gonna make it though.
Yeah.
Could also be some other hostiles over here, but I doubt it. Oh, never mind. Just one. Had one hostile in here too.
Interesting.
Holy shit. He scared the fuck out of me. See the spot ahead of you? Alright, sweet. That's pretty much it. Yep.
Alright, got it.
There it was. Fucking shit mission, dude. Wham it. Alright, let's call RTB and get this shit over with.
Copy that.
Raven, wheels up for Juliet.
You had no other missions, right?
Nothing.
Fuck yeah, dude. Round trip. Yeah.
Let's go.
Raven reporting. I'm on my way. ETA, 30 seconds. I'm here. Move it. Go. Get ready. We're moving out.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, this looks crazy. Hey man, what the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell?
Approaching the LZ. 1 minute.
Beef, look up at the moon.
We're getting close. 30 seconds.
There you go. Good shit. Too bad the emoji don't get on there though.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Here we are. Welcome back to base.
Bum 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 bum. Can't believe I brought the wrong keys out. That's so annoying. I got a few keys over in the donation box if you don't have them.
Alright, I'll check them out.
My back.
Nah, I've got all them. I'll see if anyone else wants them. Leave them in the donation box.
Alright, dude. I don't really know what else we could come up with here except your tasks. What other tasks you got?
Let me check.
Doom, 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 doom.
Investigate the recon team sent to Blue Lagoon. Search bomb and find anything related to the chemical production, which is it's in the water too. And eliminate the gang leader of bomb bar.
Trying to figure out which regarding the team from the Blue Lagoon.
It's called Out of the Blue.
What's up?
It's called Out of the Blue if you want the name of it.
Okay, let me see what I can find here.
It should be about there.
I think that would make sense. That should be easy then. I'm gonna
Roger, Raven is in the
I'm gonna
air
make
and
a
heading to base
pickup
camp.
for Kilo 1 then. It'll be here in 20 seconds.
Copy that.
Easy, easy peasy, peasy, easy. Doom, 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 doom. All right, wheels up. Let's do it.
Raven, wheels down and ready to load.
Wheels down, ready to load.
Let's go.
Strap in, we're heading out. Get ready. 1 minute.
Beef, have you seen this new game called Repo?
Yeah, I purchased it. Yeah, it looks fun.
Approaching the LZ. 30 seconds.
Damn, you just drinking that shit straight through your mask? That's crazy. You eat that shit through your mask, dude? What
I do
the?
this shit daily.
What? Yo!
You gotta get with the methods, man. You gotta put a little slit in the mask. So it's
oh.
unnoticeable to the naked eye.
I see now. That makes sense. It's very clever of you.
Well, that's what most people do, but me, I just fish with the molecules.
I see now.
Go, go, go!
All right, kill the lights. got him?
Yes, sir.
Was that it? That was the whole task?
Oh, hang on. Now we need to locate a suitable LZ near it, so I guess we need to go Kilo 2.
Yeah. No, we can just go to the LC besides of it. Yeah, we can just go for Kilo 2. Should be hostiles ahead though. Watch yourself.
Yep, okay.
Oh, what? We don't need night vision. Let me just take this shit off. Throw down, throw down, throw down, throw down. Unless it's Kilo 3, it would want you to go check out, which I doubt, but let's just go check out Kilo 2. Then if it needs Kilo 3, we can go to Kilo 3 next. Where's your next mission after this?
Bumper.
Oh, back to Pampa? We can probably just fucking do that in one swoop then. Fuck it.
I don't suppose you're a Battlefield player, are you?
I love Battlefield, but they have been doing nothing but L's to the L's to the L's to the L's. So, looking forward to the proper stuff well, hopefully the proper stuff they've been working on recently.
Have you seen any of the gameplay of the playtest at the moment?
I've seen a little bit of it, yeah.
Doesn't look too shabby. The only Battlefield I've played is 2042, and I regret playing it.
Wait, did anything happen when you walked through here?
Yeah, I got a task 2.
Task completed? You got it?
Yeah.
Roger, Raven
Alright,
is in
Vampos
the air,
next.
heading to Kilo 2. Raven here, I'm moving out. ETA, 30 seconds. Landing, get in, go! Ready up, we're taking off. We're getting close. 1 minute.
Wow, so beautiful. I gotta make this shit clap.
Get ready. 30 seconds.
I hate that I like this song.
Move out!
Alright, I need to call the leader, so that's what
Oh, you do? All right.
Yeah. Downside is I can't remember what he looks like.
Oh, fuck. I'm too out of breath. I can't see shit.
Both down.
Copy. Moving. Oh, fuck. Audible somewhere right side. Oh, seems like you got him.
Realistically, we should go to the right because he usually spawns on the docks, if I remember correctly.
Okay. Is it not in the middle he spawns?
Based on my 0.1 logic, no.
Couldn't see shit. I got him. Whoosh.
Copy that.
I don't even know what the damn guy looks like. Dude, I'm oh wait, I know where he is. Dude, I know where he is. Wait, you got the boss?
Yeah, I got him. So the 0.1 logic still works for some stuff.
Very good.
I also need to search Vampire and find anything related to the chemical production.
Copy. Yo, am I crazy? I'm not crazy, right?
Damn, that's a lot easier to do the jump now. Alright, I'm all done.
You're what?
I'm all done.
Copy. Well, fuck it. Let's RTB then.
Yes, sir. India too.
Copy that. 2 minutes and 30.
Oh, poor dog, man.
Aw, little doggy. Did you get the loot from the out there?
Shit, no, I didn't.
I'll get it.
Quick down on the double private.
We'll share it. Haha, you fucker.
Oh, it hasn't refreshed.
Yeah, no, it's still here. Oh well. Damn.
Well, that's lame.
I would have given it to you, and regardless.
No, I wasn't even running for that. I was running just so we didn't be be late for the chopper.
Yeah, makes sense. Oh, we got 1:30? Fuck, dude. Can we make that? I don't think we can make that.
Yeah, we can make that. I think you're forgetting we're elite soldiers, best of the best.
You're very true. Very right about that. Very, very right. Facts, dude. Whew.
This is Raven arriving shortly near your position. ETA 30 seconds.
Bow. Bow. Bow.
I'm at the LC. Hurry up and get in.
Press L.
Get ready. We're moving out.
West. What's up, man? I was actually contemplating on doing a little bit of GTA, but I don't know. I couldn't really be bothered. I think I might end the stream here soon. Maybe some repo. We could do repo. You want to do some repo, dude? Fuck around, see how it is.
Approaching the LZ.
What was that, sorry?
1 minute.
The repo game. Fuck around in it, see what it's like.
It's tempting, but I don't know if I can bother to buy it.
Oh, you haven't purchased it yet. Oh, I see.
No, I haven't. I just keep seeing it.
It looks a lot of fun. Okay, in before Wes says, it's the Need for Speed Unbound song. Here we go. Hold on to your suck holders, boys.
We're getting close. 30 seconds.
Oh, he's typing it. If he's still here. He probably already left. Oh well. I wouldn't hold it against him. Poor guy. He just wants to play GTA with his good friend.
Exfil completed. Good to have you back.
Hello, my friends. Welcome to your training. I don't know what they're training for, though. Very successful missions, though. Like, we did very good. Very clean, very straight to the thing, and done and over with.
Yeah, definitely been successful to the. Good thing I've just gotten the med kit, so that's amazing.
Hell yeah. Hey, Leo, do you need something? Are you good, bro? What do you need? You gotta hold down the letter Z if you want to talk.
Ain't nobody want to talk to you, man.
Damn, I think you're right. You want to try some PvP before we go?
I'm done.
I can't really decide if I want to keep playing or maybe just end the stream and go to bed early. What the fuck I mean early? It's 3 a.m. The fuck?
Exactly. I was thinking, why are you even still awake?
Yeah, what the fuck? Oh my god. Shit.
Sort the sleep out before you got your shift on Sunday.
I don't really know what I want to do now. You know what? I think I'm gonna shut down the stream. Fuck it.
Sounds like the better idea.
Yeah. Oh well, we got level 3 in turncoat today, so that's nice. That's always something. Ha. My neck is hurting, dude. About the. Let's see if there's anybody we can raid with 3 viewers, dude.
She was funny to me because
All right, dude. I'm gonna hop off.
Yeah, man. I shall see you later.
For sure, dude. It was a pleasure. It's always a pleasure.
Always.
Beat it, boy. 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 Beat it. Yo, my dudes. Thank you for watching the stream, man. I'm gonna call it quits. All right. Peace, love, and harmony. I was Bethuel. I'm out.